Family's Best. My name is Carmen Thomas. I am a TPS from the Education Department. Today, I will be reading a book from my collection. This book is called The Relatives Came, and I hope you all can relate. I love when family members come to visit me and my son and my family, and it's always so much love. And I hope that you guys feel the same when visiting relatives, or when relatives come to visit you. Take a look at the cover. It's very exciting and fun with smiles. I'm sure some of you can relate. Please be sure you are comfortably seated and you enjoy the book. Take a look at all of the luggage they use to travel. Many different colors and sizes. What type of luggage do you take when you travel with your family? It was in the summer of the year when the relatives came. They came up from Virginia. They left when their grapes were nearly purple enough to pick, but not quite. Can you see their home and all the luggage it takes to travel out? Important things to do before we travel. Let's see what happens next. They had an old station wagon that smelled like a real car. And in it, they put an ice chest full of soda pop and some boxes of crackers and some bologna sandwiches. And they came from Virginia. They left at 4 a.m. when it was still dark outside, before even the birds were awake. And take a look at their car. They have lots of beautiful colors. So they drank up all their pop and ate up all their crackers and traveled up all those miles until finally they pulled into the yard. Can you guys notice anything different about the car? Are things falling off? Are they having a bit of trouble pulling up? And how many family members are waiting for them? Is it exciting when your family members come out to wait for when you arrive? Let's see. And look at that. Then it was hugging time. Talk about hugging. Those relatives just passed all around their car, pulling us against their wrinkled Virginia clothes, crying something. They hugged us for hours. Did your family members give you a lot of love? And what about those family members? Do they look happy to have seen each other? Are they throwing their arms around each other? And are they happy? Absolutely. Let's see what happens next. Looks like there's a lot. And finally, after a big supper, 2 or 3 times around until we all got a turn at the table, there was quite talk. And we were in 2s and 3s through the house. So it looks like there is a big bunch of family members enjoying their time. Everyone doing something different. Enjoying each other, cooking, feeding the dog. I'm sure many families have dogs. Next on the list, a car. As students, can we point out some sight words that we see quite often, like the very colorful car in the beginning and the luggages? Let's see what else comes along with traveling with family and staying at a relative's home. The relatives weren't particular about beds, which was good. Since there weren't any extras, a few squeezed in with us, and the rest slept on the floor, some with their arms thrown over the closet persons, or some with an arm across one person and a leg across another. Nice and tired they all were. It was different going to sleep with all that new breathing in the house, but I was able to make it work. How do you sleep? And what determines whether or not you get a good night's rest? Sometimes family can make that a lot easier. All right. Looks like fun is to happen. The relatives stayed for a few weeks and weeks. They helped us tend to the garden and they fixed any broken things they could find. Beautiful haircuts raking the yard, grandparents with grandchildren. So many beautiful options. Do you have a yard? Have you ever played or helped a family member with something important? Notice how all of them are smiling. But none of us thought about Virginia much. We were so busy hugging and eating and breathing together that nothing else mattered. Isn't that nice to just be able to have time to enjoy your family? Everyone's faces seem to be happy, even the dog that's snipping a little snack here in the corner. Does your dog like to snip little snacks if you have one? There's that colorful car again. Finally, after a long time, the relatives loaded up their ice chests and headed back to Virginia at 4 a.m. We stood there in our pajamas and waved them off in the dark. We watched the relatives disappear down the road. Then we crackled back in our beds and felt the big and too quiet. We fell right asleep. See you later, and off they go. Can you guys wave goodbye to the family? They are. Even the dog seems a little unhappy. But I'm sure family will be back soon. The night sky is in, and the relatives drove on all day long and into the night. And while they traveled along, they looked at the strange houses and different mountains, and they thought about the dark purple grapes waiting for them at home in Virginia. Can you guys think about tasty grapes? But they thought about us too, missing them, and they missed us. Sometimes when we travel, it takes a while. And sometimes we miss those family members that we can't see right away. And that is okay. Their travels seem to be beautiful, down the roads with trees. And when they were finally home in Virginia, they crawled into their silent, soft beds and dreamed about the next summer. ends with happily ever after. Look at all that nice yard and land. And it looks to be a full moon at their house tonight. Can you check and see if there's a full moon at your house tonight? The end. Relatives are coming, and there's going to be a whole lot of hugging and laughing and eating until the moment they leave. How exciting is that? I hope all has been doing well, LAUSD, and I hope to see you guys all soon. Have a good day.